All right, fam. These are the 6 steps that will pretty much cover any sale. No matter what you sell, they're going to fall into this. First thing is you're going to have interest. There's going to have to be action taken. So the customer gets interested, they take action. They sign up, they say, hey, I want an appointment, or hey, I want more information, or hey, I want to be on your list. The pitch. You either do the pitch in person or you do the pitch with your marketing. However you do your pitch, it could be video. There's a million, you call them on the phone. There's a million ways for that. The pitch. The pitch normally is a series of questions that gets them to say yes, no, maybe, whatever. It gets them closer to saying yes to your product. Your pitch could be anything from in person where someone comes out and gives you an estimate to over the phone, like a doctor makes you come to them. There's a million ways, but that's what it is. It's normally an interaction of one of your people with a customer to get yourself closed. The close, they say yes or no, and it can be no. Yes or no. Once that's established, yes or no, if they say yes, you move on to the next. You have to deliver the product, whatever that may be, or service, could be anything. You have to deliver it. And then the last thing is follow up. If they say no, you skip delivery and you go right to follow up. And that follow up will be 100% automated. I do not recommend you breaking the bank or breaking your back following up with people. I know there's a lot of people who are like, I'll follow up until they die. There's so many people. Let's just go find new ones. I'm not saying don't follow up with them. I mean, if they're a really big client or there's a really good reason to follow up with them, sure. If you sell ultra high-end real estate and it could be a $3 million commission, all right, you got me. Follow up with them until they die. If you're selling a gutter where it's probably going to be somewhere between $2,000 and $5,000, I'm not following up with you for the next 10 years. I'm closing you right now, period. And if you're not buying, that's fine. Get out of my face so I can go see the next person that's interested in what I'm selling. And you have to have that type of attitude, because I can't tell you how many sales reps that I deal with, man, look at my shoulder popping, that are like, oh yeah, we'll just follow up, we'll just call them back later. And it's like, why? I mean, how much money are you really gonna make to justify the amount of time you're spending with these people? You know what I mean? Like, it's not worth it. So say, even if you're making, in the gutter example or I get it all the time, especially with insurance. It's like, oh, you're selling a Medicare policy. You're barely going to make $300 on a lead that you bought for anywhere from $25 to $100. So there's not a ton of money in it. So close them now. You don't have time to keep calling them back. It's not worth it. It's not worth it, because you could restart this process with a new person and get to a new sale much, much faster. Now, yeah, it's not going to be cheaper because you've already bought that lead, but the time will erode you. And a lot of people lose sight of that. They're like, oh, I bought 25 leads. I'm going to call them 1 billion times. And it's like, out of 25 leads, and I'm going to use this for life insurance, out of 25 leads, after I've called them all 10 times, I'm going to remail them, send something to them, email them if I can, and I'll text them. After that point, the sales that I've made, and the ones I haven't either have went with someone else or they're not interested in buying. Now, I may put them on an automated, text follow-up or an email, but I'm not going to call them again after I've called them, literally 10 plus times. And I say call, I mean triple dial, like I'm hammering them. So I've reached out to them 30 times and they have not wanted to take my call. It's not worth it. I can go buy a new batch of leads, period. And that's why I think a lot of salespeople get caught up on is when you just start out, you're not about maximizing every single dollar. You're about figuring out the process as fast as you can so you can be profitable. Even if you're only profitable by $1, then it justifies doing it again, and you get a little better each time you do it. That would be way more efficient as getting development of a rep than it would be than these guys that I get to do things like that. They're like, yeah, I'm just going to spend, I'm going to buy those 25 leads. I'm going to spend my $1,500 and, I'm going to go out and I'm going to call them 1 million times. And it's like, you'd be better off thoroughly following up, making the sales that you can make, know that it's profitable. And the second that it's profitable, you're ordering your next batch of leads using the money you just made from your sales. Where I get, like I said, the other guys or girls that are just like, they get 25 leads, and if they make 3 sales, they're profitable. If they spent $1,500 or whatever the amount is, 500 a piece, they make 3 sales, that's awesome. You should be buying your next batch of leads to show that you can break even. This time, let's be profitable. And we get a little better each time, but it gets you the reps, it gets you moving. Where they're like, no, I'm not going to do it until, I close exactly 50% of the leads I bought. And it's like, why would you be able to close 50% of the leads you just bought if you're a new rep? You have no experience. You have no ability. I don't even do shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, not in life insurance. If everybody closed 50% of all their leads, now, don't get me wrong. I'm sure there's some guru that's going to be like, well, I close every single lead that comes my way because life insurance is what everybody needs. It's never going to fucking happen. If that was the case, then why do all the FMOs want to sell you marketing? Because marketing's where they make their money. But anyway, what do I know? Selling other people's products that pays you one time. Get out of here. Get out of here. There's renewal. Love you guys. But anyway. These are the 6 steps. This is an example. Don't lose your minds. And if you do, talk all the shit you want in the comments because I know you're all bitches anyway.